Oh, having fun here tonight. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Tactical Tuesday, and tonight's topic is weather alert radio information. And I got a little distracted. My daughter just picked up the grandkids, and they just went out, and that's why I was buttons. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Let's see who's all here. You get the top here. All right. So first one in was Mother's Garden Club, then Walt Rogers, then Diana 2, and then Troop 1351's in here tonight. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, Geeky Gardens, Kaylin Strain. Troop's been a member for 21 months. Suzanne Gallet is here. And Howitt Food Forest Permaculture is here. All right. So tonight's topic was a viewer request. Emailed me in about it, and so I'm going to be doing it. I actually, had to do a little more research back on it because having not dealt with it for 8 years, kind of forgot a few things. So I had to look some things up, and technologies have changed on what's available out here with it. But Lewis is here. It's the Marshmallow Man. And geez, everybody seems to be going live tonight. Right on top of me here. Jeez. All righty. So weather radio or weather alert radio, NOAA radio alert system, whatever you want to call it. It's a and Suzanne's been a member for 23 months. Yep. Weather is aptly or apropos to what's going on in certain areas of the country tonight. So basically, the weather alert system's been around for quite a while. It's sponsored by by NOAA, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. The same ones that I show for my weather, showing when I pop up what my weather is here. I use the NOAA weather for the next. It shows me the next 7 days and good layout of what actually happens up here above all the other ones that everyone around here likes to use. It gives me a good pros, good high and low temperatures, wind speeds and stuff for the next couple of days out. And they do adjust. I can watch. I can see it adjust as information comes in. They adjust it and try to keep it right on time. So with it, let's enlarge this and see what there is out there. Okay, so if you have one, test your NOAA weather radio. Make sure it's working. Make sure everything's going on it, and it can save your life. And I'm going to hydrate here. All right. Two major things that people usually associate the NOAA weather radio with is tornadoes and hurricanes. The most likely tornadoes, since they spring up quicker than hurricanes do, and they give people a little bit of warning, and so that's what's going on there. And Kaylin says their wind chill warning is expected to expired at noon today. And Moon Over Miami's here. All right. They have all sorts of cool, they've changed these things up. They now come out with all sorts of cool things. Like this one here showing, it comes out with, say you're at an advisory, which is green, a watch, which is yellow, a warning, which is red, which means imminent. And it pops up what the warning's for. Tornado. Well, I got a whole list of stuff coming up here, so we'll go over what they do. And there's different companies that make these out. This is by AlertWorks. But there's Midland, HomeAware, and they have different things they work with, do different things on it. other than just and give you the warning on it. And Jack says, sitting all sorts kinds of Florida's setting all sorts of records down there for weather and stuff. You gotta get several channels I saw posting reels getting snow down there in Florida. I mean, not just it's a little bit of snow, maybe an eighth of an inch, or it's not sticking. These guys had like an inch and a half that was sticking. All right, so and these things have really come a long ways to what they were even 10 years ago. The radios that are available out there. Now they have them for the hearing impaired as well, where they got strobe lights that can plug into them. They got what's called the bed shakers. Doesn't work. I don't think you want to put a bed shaker on a water bed though, but it on certain types of beds it'll just vibrate the bed to try to give you wake you up, something's going on. But and then it also spells out what the warning is, so you don't for the hearing impaired. And also sometimes if you're groggy, you just look over the tornado, holy crap, we need to move. Okay, types of warnings. This is just, they have more than this, but tsunami warning, tornado warning, extreme wind warning, flash floods, hurricane, typhoons, almost the same thing. Blizzards, ice storms, lakes affect snow, dust storms. Some parts of the country get dust storms, other gets ice storms. I'm trying to think. I don't think any part of the country gets absolutely all of these. Some of them will get like most of them, but a couple will change out. But and this is what the message will sound off at for it. So and like it says in it, a tsunami warning this area, avoid coastal areas, check local media. Tornado warning this area until hour, minute, and then the time. Extreme wind warning. It goes on, does hour, minute, time, days, whatever. And they go through all a bunch of cool things. Now, this is where you guys don't worry about writing this down right away. I'm going to try to drop these links in as I get going on here, but NOAA weather radio is what you Google. That's what you put into Google. And you get good information on it, and it'll come up with a URL that looks in yellow here. It's like, what the? I like this. Weather.gov mob NWR blah blah what NOAA at 2 weather radio. Yeah, okay. But so that's the last one of the slideshow. So let me bring that down and bring up something else I have for you here. There it is. Okay, so when you Google it and you click on NOAA weather radio, this is what comes up. You get this thing here, and you can click on some of the radio coverage shows. They talks about it, what the different type of special notices, where things are going and stuff on it. This is just the I'll drop this one into the chat here. There it goes. But the thing is, with the advent and the increase of and flexibility of cell phones, there are apps for it. Let me see if I pull up the right ones here. Okay. Actually, I got another page here to go first. So if you click on the one that says mobile phone, and so basically this is the page comes up. It's like, oh, what? And then it says, please see our SCN. Let's go to that, see what that one looks like. And that is I am looking, okay. So this is a document about it. So we're just going to and this lays out all the parameters and stuff and everything. So we're just going to drop that out of there. And we're going to go to here. Now, is this the Apple one? Yeah, Apple one. When I clicked on it, when I Googled it and I clicked on for Google before I clicked on this App Store, the little highlight it gives you when you're Googling it, it actually had prices on it. Here it is, $4.99. $4.99. Okay, and it has some apps and stuff and everything else. Let's go over to Google Play. Free. Yeah. So you got the app things on it, different things on it, and so yeah, and the Google App Store it's listed as free because it's a public service. Okay, what do we got here? Supposed to get down to -7 or 8 Fahrenheit up in Ontario. Kayla says, I got down to -13 in Des Moines last night. Fortunately, it has shifted. What was supposed to come down on us shifted a little bit to the east, and it's going up over the Grand Tetons and into Colorado and Wyoming, and we didn't get quite as cold. But yeah, those are you can get the apps on it for it. Now, crap. One of the tabs I had open closed on me. Shoot. From the Know Weather, you can once you get your radio and stuff, you can use every radio I've seen that we used to give out with the CERT program. We used to give out Midlands and a couple other brands as well. They all come with the owner's manual. Do not throw that away. That's important because it gives you a national thing of where you can go to tune and how to tune your specific radio to the local alert channels. When I set the one up for my daughter 9 years ago, the station is down in Pocatello, which is about 40 minutes south of us. And that's where the big station is. And because the weather usually comes from them towards us. And so we clue it off of them. And that's when we get warnings of all the high winds, the shear winds, the lake wind effect, the lake snow effect, because there's a big, huge monster reservoir south of us, and every now and then they'll get a tornado warning, but that's usually to the west of us on the other side of the Snake River, out on the flatlands. And I'm gonna have to Google something again here. Okay, so we're gonna Google no radios. And you got all the different type of radios here. You can get station search, so you can search for stations in your thing. Like for me, I got Idaho station listing, so I'm going to go to Idaho here, and there's the Pocatello one there highlighted. I got Twin Falls, which is where Jack's mom is at. We got Boise, McCall, Driggs, which is north of us, Salmon. These are the ones here, and so it has a frequency here, and so you can program that frequency into your radio unit there. So you pick it. Yeah, Wayne. Yeah, but the thing is, the NOAA ones are programmed to your local specific one, and you don't have to have it on, and it'll activate automatically. That's they're not that expensive for the simple ones. Otherwise, you got to leave your shortwave radio on all the time. That's what's nice about the NOAA ones. they're set up to activate when you have it, quote, turned off in standby mode. And that way it'll do it. Now, especially if someone is hearing impaired, they need to have the ones that'll print out the information where the shortwave won't, and they need to have some sort of visual cue like the strobe light attachment for it, like I showed in the beginning, so that it will get to them. But and something is too, like with my daughter over there, she's not going to get a shortwave for it. She just has it, but she also has it. She's since gotten the app on her phone, so it the phone will vibrate, start sending her the alert messages, texts like the Amber Alerts and stuff like that. But the thing is, though, yes, it's a specific type radio, and it does basically a specific purpose. But if you get some of the good ones, they're multi-purpose as well. You can spend a little more money, you get a multi-purpose one that'll listen to multiple. You'll listen to the NOAA stuff. It'll listen to you can get regular stuff with AM, FM on them, and you can do it, and it'll default when there's an alert from whatever radio you're listening, AM or FM you're listening to. It'll default back to the warning and fire that off. But yeah, there's each of them have their own special and that's the thing, it has a standby alert mode. And that's the things, like around both our houses, it's like, hey, if it goes off and we know about it, I'm not going to have the other radios, playing all the time. And generally, I don't listen to AM or FM anymore. Personally, it's just, I have that up there just in case there's something I need to hear immediately. And otherwise, if I want to hear music, I got a playlist from all the MP3 MP3s I've made from the hundreds of CDs that my wife and I have accumulated over the years. But yeah, if you are into shortwave and ham radio and stuff, and you have that set up, fine, yeah, you can set it up with that. But unless your shortwave radio has the no alert on it where it'll stay in standby and come on, I just think it's better to have something that you don't have to worry about. All of a sudden it'll go and come on. Now, some of them, let me see if I can bring these others back up. Let me go back over. Let's go up here and do it again. Radios for sale, shopping. Yeah, there are, so like some of these here are multiple. They got hand cranked on them. They have the NOAA built into them, but the good ones, they'll advertise like they have a 10-hour 10-hour battery life on them. Some say they got a 24-hour battery life on them. Of course, I remember the old transistor radios that had a 9-volt battery on it, and it would last all day. But so there are a bunch of different ones that got different things on them. Different NOAA weather, all the other little things on it as well. So multi-purpose things for you. Go back up to the top here and just jump over here to back off of that. Go from shopping. Let's go to. There are all sorts of different types, and like this one here has its frequency tuner on it. Actually, let me go see if I can find the. Let me go back to the this one here. All right. So this the Midlands are pretty much good. Are the good ones on it? They've been the basis of most of them. You got $40 there. This other one, which I'm not sure what it is, 35, 23 for this one. 26 for that one. Yeah, you have to you can hunt around, and 19 for this one. Depends on what bells and whistles you get on it is how much it's going to cost. And CB's in the house. Yeah. And like I was saying, let me bring this other thing back up here again. And they do offer a lot of different, it's not just tornadoes or hurricanes. You got tsunami warnings if you're near the coast. Those will be on it. Of course, they won't do a tsunami warning out here in Idaho. Gee, I wonder why. Ours will have tornado warning on here, extreme wind, flash flood, because we do have, we got the Grand Tetons here, and we get flash floods now and then. We don't have hurricane or typhoon warning here. We do have blizzard warning. We have ice storm warning. We have lake wind effect, lake wind effect, and we have lake snow effect. We have dust storm warnings here. We've had lightning storm warnings on them. So yeah, it can be very helpful for you. If you're in certain parts of the country, you definitely want to have one. Of course, most people already have them in those, but if you're moving, like say from California to Oklahoma, it's something you're going to want to get. Oh, wind chill. Yeah, wind chill warnings. Yeah. 2 years ago, we got wind chill warnings when we were having the temperatures down in like 20 degrees below zero, and then the winds picked up. And we had like 20, 30 mile an hour winds. Oh, yeah, they were throwing the warnings out about wind chill on that. And they, not only that, they also, hang on, let me bring this other one up here. I was getting, like on this here for us here. So we got 3 degrees, and this was last night's. So if I refresh this, let's see what we got refreshing it here. So tonight it's eliminated. We're now at 8 degrees outside. The low tonight is supposed to be -3. We're warming up a little bit here. And then Friday we're going to get snow. But it'll pop up all of a sudden, and I'll get a flash warning on this. And of course, I keep this up on both computers, and so the up above it'll when I up here on the taskbar, it actually starts blinking when there's a warning on it. I think it was really cool. I don't know how they dig that one, but it just kind of inked at me. He's like, hey, check it out, something's up here on here. Yeah. Far as I know, they did it for a couple years, 30 years, 40 years ago, for the cars, and then they started going with the CD players and all this crap in it, and they didn't have them built into the cars anymore, and they don't even offer them as an option now. So yeah, you need to have a little portable one that you just plug into the cigarette, the formerly known as a cigarette lighter, now known as a power port. You can plug it in there for that. Sumi says 4 degrees right now, going to be -9. And Rebel Canners is in the house. So yeah. This is, like I said, this was requested to talk about it, and the thing is, on your instructions, they give you a website. Froze here. On the instructions for the radio, when you buy one of them, especially the Midland ones, they will have a website for you to go to find out what is in your area. And sometimes they'll have a national one to plug in there for national stuff. So you can actually plug in several different frequencies on the NOAA weather radios. That'll do that. From our weather kind of for tornadoes, yeah. Yeah. Except for one thing, I have, because of all the stupid alerts I was getting on my cell phone. It's like I was getting hundreds of the friggin' amber alerts and the gray alerts and the whatever alerts and stuff. I just had to block all the alerts because my phone, it was killing my phone battery all the time. But yeah, yeah. Did I mention I hate winter? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's, there's, you look at the things, having more than one source is not a bad thing. Yeah, with the cell phone dead things, and even here where I'm at, I got absolutely fabulous cell phone cover here for AT&T, but not some of the other people in town have T-Mobile or Cricket or one of the other ones, and they don't have as good coverage. And because every now and then on the local Facebook page, hey, I am having problems with my cell phone. Anybody have a better company that gets good coverage here? Generally, everybody, those that have AT&T say we never have problems with AT&T here. So, yeah, T-Mobile was bad up in Rexburg for my daughter. Some of her friends up there had it, and it's like, nah. But at the same thing, there were dead spots in California, there in the San Francisco Bay Area. One area you'd be dead for T-Mobile, everybody else would work. You go to another area, a different carrier is dead, and everybody else is working. So yeah, it's cell phone coverage. They may say, "Can you hear me now?" No, I can't hear you now. Or I can't. I never got that "Can you hear me now" message. Hey, Tibor. So yeah, it's something to look into. Don't just jump on the get ready to go around and get one. Do your research. If you're having problems with your cell phone and having dead spots, look into you might want to look into getting one of those smaller one of the smaller portable ones, such as one of these or something, with a little, that you can put, this black one here that you can carry in your car here. Or if you want multiple things on it, you like the one here that has the flashlight built into it, the hand crank on it, the little solar strip on top, and AM, FM, yeah. And you can charge your phone off of it too. Yeah. So you just got to decide what's going to work best for you. Do your research, find out, and if you get one, follow all the instructions in the owner's manual for setting it up right. And do I still have the other one up? Yeah, I do have the other one up. So with this one here, these are the Idaho stations for it, and they're fairly close. It's 162.500, 162.450, 162.400, 162.550, 550, 400. They overlap, where they're at, for the areas that they have. Their key ones is Pocatello's main one, Boise's a main one. Up in the finger of Idaho, where it points at Canada, Spokane, Washington is one. Has a couple of them up there. We actually have Missoula, Montana, hitting up by Salmon. Yeah. Twin Falls is set on the same frequency as Boise. Well, actually, the Boise Station, the 400 coming out of Boise, the 550 coming out of Boise for Boise itself. But way over here, 550 also covers Pocatello. These aren't long range. It won't go the 4-hour traveling from here to Boise to overlap. So that's why they're able to overlap these areas for different areas where you're at. Like Burley is down by just between me and Twin Falls. It's on 475. Well, McCall, which is going up above Boise, up towards Coeur d'Alene, halfway up there, is 475 as well. So they do have some overlapping areas. So, like for me, Pocatello's 550 and Twin Falls is 400. So if I was going to have one in my car, I'd have both those frequencies on the portable for my car, so I could catch it here and I could catch it going down there. That way I get overlap. We got Midlands and I'm trying to see the ones I got. I've gone kind of out of but it looks similar to the one here. Let me show you. It looks similar to this Midland here. But yeah, it's sitting up in the kitchen, up on a shelf somewhere where I just go in and make sure the power's on it. Once every quarter or whatever. I'm getting more lazy on it because it's always doing good there. But but like I said, Midland has been the anchor for it for quite a while, because Midland has a whole bunch of different ones. Let's go back up here. Let me go back one and images, and let me put on here Midland. Yeah, boom. Yeah, so you got different styles of Midlands. This one, that one. There's a Midland. This one here's a Midland. That one's a Midland. That's a Midland. So they got different styles to them. Hey, there's your portable Midland one. Yeah, it does AM, FM, and the no weather on it. So I'm not supporting Midland one over another, but that I was given several of them when they heard I was coming up here. Some of the people from down there from the CERT program gave me like 4 of them to bring up here, and I took one. I gave it to the local church to have, so they could contact their parishioners and stuff. And David gave one to my daughter. I kept one, and I got another one packed away for emergency backup. Okay. I think I pretty much covered everything on here. So, who's getting snow right now? Because drop that down. We're not supposed to get snow till we have 20% chance of snow on Friday before 11 a.m. and then 20% chance of snow between 9 and 11 p.m. And then we got clear all the way through next Thursday. Not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday. But we got cold temperatures because we got no cloud cover to keep the heat in. So, snow in Galveston. That sounds possible to me. Actually, let me pull this other thing up here real quick here. Do a little search here. Do southern states with snow. All right, so I just did Southern states with snow. Oh, 4 reported dead in brutal cold historic snowfalls. Once in a generation snow in where? In South Gulf Coast. Officials in Austin, Texas, are investigating 2 deaths. It's cold related. Yeah. One's up in Milwaukee. They're getting unseasonably cold there as well. Houston. There's Houston for you. Right there. University of Houston. Snow. This one is Lake Charles. All right, Lake Charles is where the Broussards are at. Yeah, so this was this morning from down in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And so yeah, this dark blue, they're getting snow along here. So it's the panhandle of Florida was getting snow. And it's saying roads overnight on Tuesday, so this was last night, today, are extremely hazardous, if not impassable, in much of the area. Travel is highly discouraged. Hundreds of flights in the region have already been canceled. Schools are closed in states including Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, North Carolina. Poor North Carolina is just getting hammered this winter. Um, yeah, yeah. So there is. This is the Houston Highway here, freeway. Yeah, they are not used to this. So yeah, so this is CNN weather. Yeah, they're not trying to put a spin on it. They're just going with it. They've totally dropped the global warming off of it for this storm. Yeah. But let me go take this up to the top and go back one here to go back to this page here. With there was one that popped up that I wanted to go the most snow. Southern states the most snow. Yeah, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, 4 to 8. Florida's Panhandle, 4 to 8 inches of snow. New Orleans saw 9 inches. 9 inches. Hey, Tammy Harder. Cool, Tibor. Don't you just love old-fashioned Radio Shack radios? Oh, they were the best. Did the president really change the name of the Gulf? I don't know. It's going to take more than just it's going to take a consensus between several countries to get that done. Freezing rain just north of Jack. Okay. But several days ago we got snow, and I was out there. I put out a lot of. I was expecting a lot of snow here, and I put out a couple 50-pound bags of ice melt on the driveway, and it pretty much took care of it. What came down a couple days ago, but I went out there, threw a bunch more out there, after to get the spots that weren't melting. And as soon as I threw a bunch more out there, boom, sunshine. Cold, but sunshine. Cool, Wayne. Yeah. Interesting thing. All right. When I lived in Fredonia, Arizona, on the north rim of the Grand Canyon there, they did not have a snowplow. Do you know how they kept the streets clear? A motograder, a Caterpillar motograder. And my dad was the maintenance guy there. And so, if we get a phone call, someone would be out, one of the farmers would be out early in the morning or late at night, someone would be out, and if all right, snow's coming down. And then he'd get, okay, we got an inch of snow out there. And they said they had 2 inches. He'd go fire up the froze. He'd go fire up the cat grader, go out there with motor grader and just clear the streets. And that was cool about the motor grader too, is because the blade angles. So you get to someone's driveway, you'd slide it out farther, turn it, scoop out their driveway a little bit, move it past their driveway, and then turn it back and just start pushing off to the side again. Utah Mike, woohoo! Hey, Mike, what's it like? What's the weather like, snow-wise and temperature-wise in your area? Okay. The city of Rayne Rain got over 10 inches of snow down there in the south in Louisiana. I'm just looking to see who's got the most snow currently in the south. So they're still got stuff coming in around down there. How far south has it snowed? Now I'm not sure if this is actually 3 hours ago. So they're saying snow has fallen as far south as Homestead, in Florida, and flakes even fell on the sandy shores of Miami Beach. All right, that was 3 hours ago on CBS News. No snow. Low of 8 this morning, high of about 30. Well, you're warmer than us. Yeah, 30 degrees, sweet. Tibor in Ohio, they're saying minus 15 wind chill this morning. It was actually 2 this morning. Schools are closing or have been closed. Yeah. Courtney, White Family Farm, posted that yesterday. She posted that schools are closed all week. Yeah, just about, because the graders are multi-purpose, and if they go out there constantly, instead of having a blade that is 10 foot wide on a truck, you got a grader blade that's 12 foot wide, and it does all sorts of cool stuff. Interesting. Caltrans has their snow plows and stuff going up over 80, up over Donner Pass and everything else. Occasionally, you'll see some of the trucks out there, and usually they don't put these trucks out on the road when traffic's running. They're a dump truck, but they got a scoop on the front, so they go into the bank, pick it up, and dump it into the back of the dump truck, and they'll go and they'll clear out sections like that, and they usually don't do that when cars are around because it kind of splashes. It'll sometimes splash out the back, but those things, I'm trying to get the city to invest in one of those. Our city here, Basalt, because they're thinking about getting they got someone gifted the city a huge monster 10-wheeler with a big old massive heavy snowplow blade that would just tear up the street if they aren't very careful with it. Don't get one of these things. That way they just, if they go around with the one plow, they can just go around with this, pick it up, and take it and dump it out in the one of the fields that the city owns that nobody does anything with during the springtime. Oh. So today I went to Costco. Costco has diamond. I forget what it's called. It's basically it's a white and blue bag, 50-pound bags of water softener salt, small granules, exact same size granules as the thermal melt, whatever they sell. Thermal melt has a blue dye, a purple dye added to it, and some other stuff added to it. The thermal melt, ice melt, was $8.98 a 50-pound bag. The diamond, whatever heck it is, water softener salt was $5.39 a bag. I got 10 bags. Diamond crystal, yes, that's a diamond crystal. Yeah, and I got 10 bags because from basically $9 down to $5.50. Geez, let's see, $3.50. That's almost 30% off. Yeah, I'm going to go with the other stuff, and it works and actually I prefer it too because it doesn't have the other chemicals in it that bother my daughter's cats when they come wandering over here. Yeah, and it was funny which store was in. I was in one of the stores yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Saturday. And they had 20-pound bags of ice melt, 20-pound, for $12. Costco had the 50-pound of ice melt for $8.99, and the water softener crystal salt, which works absolutely great for it, not the pellets, the crunchy stuff, for $5.39, and it's like 50-pound bags versus the 20-pound bag. It's like, oh man. Putting down beet juice. There is the Ace Hardware up in Shelley sells a, what do I want to call it, biodegradable, non-salt, non-toxic ice melt that is that is used when they scrape out the whiskey barrels, and you get this almost like molasses, crunchy. It's dark brown like it, and it's non-corrosive stuff, but it melts the salt. I was getting that for the first couple of years, especially when I was staying across the street. But it was a little bit more, and it was safer and stuff, and it didn't have all the chemicals that the other stuff that my daughter was getting at Wally World and other places. But the plain salt up there works great around here, over here, and it's it's half the price of the stuff at Ace Hardware, and yeah. Yeah, Idaho Falls does that too. They have like 2,000-gallon water trucks with spray bars on them. Little direct down spray bars. And I was talking to one of the guys, and they actually put a agitator in it. So when they mix the stuff up, they have an agitator they put in it, and it just mixes everything up. And it's a polyurethane lined or polypropylene lined tank, so there's no rust and stuff. And so they keep it agitated, and they'll go and spray. But when they get back to the yard, he says the first thing they do is they shut off. They have a like a PVC 2-inch valve. They'll shut it off, and everything after that, they'll hook up another line to flush out the pumps and everything else to get all the salt out of the pumps. I got, yeah, my my daughter, when the ice gets, when we get a freezing rain here, get ice built up. Yeah, she puts on the cleats, the slip-on cleats on her shoes so she can get out to the car and stuff, and then get, help the boys walk out the car when she's taking them to shopping or going to their therapy or whatever they're doing, their speech therapy. And Glenn's here. So, Glenn's, what is your temperature like today there in Florida? Yeah, that's why my daughter gets the ones basically in their quote mudroom. They got the thick, heavy duty rubber back with a fuzzy mat on it. That industrial one put down in there, and so she'll wear it into the house, take it off there, and hang her little cleats up next to the door. And when she goes to get in the car, she sits in the car sideways, bangs her feet together, and then slips those off and puts them on the a little. She has like a little plastic pan, like a short dish pan. She just drops them in there, and if she goes someplace and it's icy out there, she'll put them on. But up in Idaho Falls, they're pretty good about getting their parking lot sprayed beforehand, and then getting a truck that comes through and just throws out the ice on the parking lots and stuff. For most of the places to go to, of course, places like Wally World just hire these guys with the big old plows, and they come out at night. They plow, but it doesn't do anything for during the day. If it's snowing during the daytime, it starts building up and getting bad. So let's see what we got here. Let me close that out. All right, so I'm going to try putting something up here just so I can plug in here. Where is it? Oh, I put it under weather. Come on, give me it. 50s, look to be a low of 36. Looking at 36 tomorrow night. Rain, very rainy and windy. North Florida is getting snow. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah. All right, let me check this out. Doing a quick look at some of my favorite spots. Oh, Truckee is clear. The storm is blowing east. So Northern California, the Sierras in California aren't going to get any snow until Friday night, and it's only 30% chance there for Truckee, which is Donner Pass. So that's not bad. Lake Charles, I'm going to take a look at Lake Charles, what their forecast is. Oh, here's Lake Charles. Extreme cold warning tonight. And then they're clear. So the snow is going to be gone for Lake Charles after the cold tonight. Yeah. Take a look at Houston, H-O-U-S. Houston, Texas, what does it look like here for the extreme cold tonight? Then it's clear. Saturday is rain. Sunday is more rain. It's 40% chance of rain after midnight. Saturday night. Sunday rain likely. Then 40% chance of rain for Sunday, Monday, and down to 30%. Yeah, so that's what I like about this. This is really cool than this one here. I can look up Cleveland, Ohio. What's it looking at? Okay. Clear tomorrow for Cleveland, but it's got extreme cold going on tonight. -7 tonight. High is 14 tomorrow. Low is 13 tomorrow night. 26 is the high on Thursday, but they got snow coming in Thursday and then sporadic clouds and stuff after that. So that's what I like about NOAA weather. Yes, we're talking about that, and let me show you something here. The big rubber boots you can buy at Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's, and just about anywhere. Where is it here? I'm trying to find the right list, so I make sure I get it right here. I think I had that in basalt here. Scroll down here, see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay, so my Amazon wish list. On it, I do have all my wool gloves here, and for replacing them if they get wore out. But we got this is 9mm length stud. So let's look at this one here. So you got the little short ones there. You can just screw those into those heels on those like the rubber boots, almost like the waders, but they're just the boots. And you can screw them in there and use them in the wintertime and unscrew them out or use them at other times of the year. And we're almost done here. Okay, what do we got here? We got Glenn's worried about the tomatoes, hoping no frost. I hope. Hang on, let me show you a pair of those boots. I got a pair right over here. And I mean, I got a pair right over here. So you see how thick this rubber sole is? I can put those in. I can put like two there, and two there, and it'll give me 6 on the heel, which will keep me from slipping. As far as up here on the inner sole on these particular ones, it might be a little risky putting them in there. But I have seen some that are only 5mm, and those I could put a couple in there if I needed to keep from slipping. But yeah, with the ones on the heel, that would keep you from slipping so long as you walk flat-footed. Yeah. Now, well, just don't put them on your tires. Just put them on your shoes. Okay, yak tracks. All right, let me look. I'm going to look that up here for get this up in the all departments. I'm going to see what those call. Okay, so YAK yak tracks. There we go. Boom. All right, so bring this up here. All right, yak tracks. So there's the yak tracks right here that have the cords going across it. You got some of the different ones. This one here with the next to it here on the white tennis shoes is similar to one of the ones my daughter had. She had another one that's similar with these other type spikes over here on the far right, but she lost them when she moved from the university down here. So, but yeah, yak tracks. Let's take two different types of yak tracks here. Let's take a look at both these guys. Maybe even keep one of you guys who from getting hurt there. We talked about the weather radios and all the different things, all different cool things to have. Wayne was talking about you can pick up most of that stuff on like some of the Bofang radios. You can get it on there too. But personally, I like the fact that I have mine is set on standby mode. It never comes on unless there's an alert. And thanks, Doris, for the little super chat there. All right, so these are yak. This is one type of yak's track. Oh, that's just sort of a wrapped wire around it, so it's not going to be too bad on the floors. Okay, The other one here is a little bit more meaty. That's a little bit more meaty there, folks. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit more meaty on the floors and stuff. But you get up to the doorway, you just slip one off, step inside the door, because it just pulls right off of there. Does it show it separately? Not on a and it shows it a little bit better how it just kind of pulls right off of it there. So yeah, so that'd be easy to put on and take off. So that'd be kind of cool. Tammy got hers from Cabela's. All right. Also, the coil type isn't great on glare ice. Okay. Yeah, and the glare ice is what'll get you. And so the diamond grip is probably the better ones for the Yaks tracks here. 35. Well, yeah, 35.50. It's on 35% off right now. But yeah, yours is Sumi's is called Ice Tracks. So only to put Ice Tracks in here. And let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, ICE. Ice Tracks. Yeah, that was the other looking ones here. That my daughter had a pair of that type up there. Oh, it has the removable cleats on it too, so you can replace the cleats if they get worn. That is cool. I like how these ones here that you can slip on and off are probably a great deal. Oh, what we got here? Cool. Sue Dean has a pair in his car. Yeah, I was showing about some of the 9mm screw length of. I'm just losing the word for it. Put in the tires for the tires to give you traction. I can screw some into my work boots I shown here. Let me go back. I just realized I missed something up here. Costco sells Yak tracks. Okay. Walk like a penguin. You're talking about has the Arctic boots for snow activities. Yeah. Randy, thank you very much for a super sticker. Woohoo! All right, everybody, give Randy a. Let's do a little salute here for the. There we go. Throw up some of the emojis for Randy. Yeah. And yeah, I have a feeling this is not the end of it for this winter. We're going to get a couple more of these low dipping down into southern states. Next month, maybe at the end, we're at the end of this month, so I'm saying about the middle of around Valentine's Day. Probably getting another ice storm down there around Valentine's Day. I'm just suspecting. I'm just going off my gut feeling on this, folks. And then maybe around April 1st, get another storm for the entire United States. April 1st. You see where I'm going on that one? Because when I was living on the north rim of the Grand Canyon in Fredonia, Arizona, we had March 31st. Oh, man, it's 68 degrees out here. It's nice. All right, all the snow's melted. Yay. Next morning, 3 friggin' feet of snow in the morning. My dad was up at 4 o'clock in the morning with the motor grader trying to clean the street. So a bunch of us were walking across the fields to the new high school. Yep. But anyways, all right, so coming up here, let's get into what's going on here. So Thursday night is the midnight ride at 10 o'clock Eastern time here on Gray Man Prepping. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound. Another recommended one from you listeners, the topic, and the person sent me several emails on this, auto software hacking. Several different emails on the problems with auto software. Time to go back to a 1965 Dodge one-ton Power Wagon, where the only electronics was the voltage resistor, the coil, and the condenser and the points. That was it. All right, so software, auto software hacking on Friday. Saturday, we're talking about cure for animals. This is not medical stuff. This is a cure for animals that, anyways, we'll talk about it then, specifically the birds, to help the birds get over there. All right. And Saturday is going to be all about the innuendos and code words. Oh yeah, popping the clutch. Oh, that was a thing, and when we were teenagers. Oh, someone left the lights on in the car. All right, everybody, let's push start it. At school, there were a lot of cars in the morning being push started in high school. All right, Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, we're going to be talking proper food freezing procedures for all sorts of different things, because some things you need to do certain things too, and other things you can just throw it right in the freezer. Yeah, because they kept getting called out on it because they were wrong every time they said something. Let's see here. All right, next Tuesday. Got several emails on this from several people on it. Pre-installed malware on electronic devices. Everything from laptops to cell phones to TVs. Yeah. So I got several emails on pre-installed malware, so I'll have some information for you guys there. And I'll probably be throwing up a bunch of links both on this Friday and next Tuesday, so you guys can read the articles yourself. And that way I won't get in too much trouble with the platform. Exactly. The climate is always changing, so they're always right now, aren't they? Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. I hope you got something out of this. Remember, when it comes to getting a no weather radio, whether you're going to put it on a shortwave, you're going to put it on get the phone app, do your research. Remember, the Apple Store is charging $4.99 for it. Google Play gives it out for free. So, yeah, do whatever you need to do to keep up on the weather warnings, and for the flash danger things you got to worry about: tornadoes, flash floods, shear wind coming up, and everything. All right, so stay safe, stay happy, keep adding to your preps, and we'll see you Thursday for the Midnight Ride.